guys, welcome back. Today I want to go ahead and talk to you guys in the next series in the Watchers collection. I guess that's what I'm going to call it, the Watcher collection. This book is titled Malcolm. It is book 1 of the Redemption series. So in the prologue, it basically talks about Emily. I guess she is a descendant of Kaylin and Aiden. It starts with her having a baby. She had a baby with Lucifer, and it turns out that it ends up killing her. She is giving birth to this baby, and she ends up dying. So for this reason, Malcolm, he thinks that this baby is an abomination, and he doesn't want anything to do with it. Even though he is in charge of taking care of Kaylin's descendants, he doesn't want anything to do with the baby. So I guess when the baby's born, Lucifer doesn't want anything to do with it either. I guess he's so upset that giving birth to this baby killed Emily, because Emily was his soulmate. So he doesn't want to raise the baby either. So he asks one of the Watchers who wants to be in charge of raising her. So of course Andre, one of the Watchers, steps up and he says, I will raise her as my own. So he raises her as his own, and he ends up naming her Annalise Desiree Greco. This story takes place in the 31st century, so it's 1,000 years after the other books, after the Watcher Chronicles and Kaylin's story, and after all those books were written. It's been 1,000 years that Malcolm and the other Watchers have been on Earth, waiting for this descendant to be born. So I guess the whole background of the story is that there was a great war, and it destroyed most of the world. You know what I mean? So the people who survived, who had money, created what's called these cloud cities in the clouds, I guess. And they have major technological advancements where they can use these teleportation devices and all that stuff. But the law has been to keep these advancements from the downworlders, which is what they call them, the people who live on the ground who didn't have enough money to go to the cloud cities. So they keep those advancements away from them, because they believe that the downworlders are what destroyed what's left of that in the first place, you know. So that's where the story begins. It turns out that something happens to Andre when Annalise is supposed to be married to the son of the emperor, whose name is Augie. They are best friends. They aren't in love with each other or anything like that, but they do have an arranged marriage where they are to be married. So something happens at that wedding, I guess you should say, that changes Augie into somebody who he's not. Andre gets taken away, and Anna is left to discover her heritage, I guess, her destiny. She finds out in this book about Malcolm, because she never had any idea. She has been sheltered, really. She has no idea who the Watchers are. She has no idea of Jess and Lily and any of her descendants, of her ancestors, I guess you should say. She has no idea any of those. So she has to basically try and fill in the blanks for herself. For some reason, when she's hurt, Malcolm is drawn to her, kind of in the same way that Mason and Lucifer were drawn to Jess. So as we all know, that means that they're soulmates. Anna is the descendant that they've been waiting for, and Malcolm is drawn to her. You know what I mean? They're soulmates. So he doesn't want to believe this. So basically the whole beginning of this story is she's trying to find her father, Andre, and she's trying to convince Malcolm that they are soulmates, but he is fighting it because of the way he feels for Lily. So it's kind of a stubborn, it's kind of a, I guess you can say it's kind of a frustrating book, you should say, because it's Malcolm and his stubborn ways fighting his true feelings. But anyways, I really like this book. It does take place in the 31st century. I believe I already said that. But it's really nice, you know what I mean? It's cool to see about how things might be different in that amount of time, you know what I mean? But yeah, I would definitely recommend it, and I will be back with you guys to talk about the next book in the Redemption series. That one is titled Anna. We'll see you in the next one, and until next time, enjoy the adventure.